Cape Town, South Africa, and in the middle of it, Table Mountain. My name is Nick. I'm a hiking guide on Table Mountain and various other trails around the Cape Peninsula. But today we're going to be looking specifically at Table Mountain, how to get up it, and the various routes one can explore. First, a bit of orientation. That's downtown Cape Town, Table Bay over here, and over on the other side of the peninsula, that's False Bay. Most people who go up Table Mountain choose to go up the cableway, which starts over here. That's the lower cable station coming into focus right there. It's about an 8-minute ride up to the upper cable station over here. Once you get off, you can explore these various paths over here to check out views of the city. There's a restaurant over there. However, if one's wanting to hike up the mountain, by far the most popular route is Platteklip Gorge. That's over here. As you can see, it's fairly self-evident way up. It takes, well, listen, some people run up here in about just over half an hour, but don't expect me to come chugging along after you. I prefer to take a more leisurely pace, run about an hour and a half to 2 to 3, sometimes 4 hours it can take to get up there. And once you emerge, you can head on over to the upper cable station. Don't forget, before you join the queue to get down the cableway, buy the ticket. And if you're wanting to explore a bit more, why not cross over to this part of the mountain over here and go to the very top, 1086 meters at Maclear's Beacon. And if you're feeling a little more adventurous, why not head on down into one of the quieter parts of the mountain. These valleys over here are worth exploring. Add another hour and a half to 2 hours to get back to the cable station. While we're on this side of the mountain, let's have a look at another route to get up. Starting from just behind the lower cable station, this path takes you up to the trailhead for India Fenster over here. This is the route. Now, don't go without somebody who knows the way. The route can get pretty sketchy. You also have to be in quite good shape to go up there and have a head for heights, because some of the vertical multi-limbed scrambles one does can get pretty interesting. It's quite doable though, and you go up over here, round into this ravine over here, and emerge just opposites where you'd come out for Platteklip Gorge. While we're on the front part of the mountain, another great height to consider is up to the top of Devil's Peak over there. Great views of them all the way out on a clear day to Cape of Good Hope over here. That's Cape of Good Hope Nature Reserve. There's Cape Point right down there. Another way of approaching the mountain is to go onto these east-facing flanks, and this is Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens, and there are a couple of lovely routes one can hike up through Afro-montane forests. That's Skeleton Gorge or Nursery Ravine, which will take you on to the back table of the mountain, not quite as high as the front part of the mountain. You can explore there, have a picnic, and then head on over to the upper cable station. From Skeleton Gorge to the upper cable station, I'd give yourself at least 6 hours to get there. Or you could go over onto the 12 Apostles side and head down one of the routes there. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Heading round to the other side of the mountain, this is a far less traveled route. That's because the authorities who run the mountain restrict the amount of people who can go up there to 12 a day. You should book well in advance to get your permit, and you can't go without a guide up into this really impressive gorge called Dyser Gorge. Gets you onto the back table. Another way of ascending the mountain, especially in summer, it's a good idea to use some of these routes along the 12 Apostles. The virtue being that they are shaded or partially shaded until about 10:30 in the morning. The other great thing about the 12 Apostles is that if you're staying on the Atlantic seaboard here or in the City Bowl, you're not going to have the hassle of joining the rush hour traffic early in the morning to get to the trailhead. From there, you can do let's call it a 3 to 4 hour loop up and down one of the other ravines. Or if you want to make a much longer day out of it, head over to the back table and over to the upper cable station. Now remember, if you're going to do a really long day or any day out on the mountain and you wanted to go down, you're planning on going down the cableway. The cableway can close during the day, so give yourself, if you're heading that way, another couple of hours in case you need to go down Clutterclip Gorge. So that's a brief overview of the mountain. There are dozens of ways of seeing the mountain. It would be my pleasure to show you round on foot.